In this video, I'll share with you the number one secret for improving your pronunciation, your accent, and your overall fluency in English. Now, just so you know, in the making of this video, I risked my life in order to bring you guys this lesson, and you'll see more about that in about a minute or a minute and a half, so stay tuned. Now, everyone always talks about shadowing as this secret, super useful way of improving your accent and your fluency and your pronunciation. However, this secret that I'm about to share with you is far more important than shadowing, because you are not doing it and because no one ever talks about it.
Welcome to my car, and I won't just tell you, I'll show you and I'll give you an opportunity to figure it out on your own. So if you want to improve your pronunciation, your accent, and your overall fluency, the secret to that is in your answer to the following question. The question is, what am I doing right now? You might say, Max, you're driving. You're clearly driving, right? That's what I'm seeing that you're doing. Well, the answer to that is true. I'm looking for another answer, a little bit more detailed, that goes beyond the broad action of just driving. So again, what am I doing? I'm steering the wheel. I'm shifting from third gear into fourth gear, or rather into fifth gear right now. I'm stepping on the gas so that I keep the car moving forward. I'm engaging the clutch when I'm shifting gears. I'm looking behind through the rear view mirrors and behind through the side view mirrors. I'm looking ahead, and I'm talking to you right now, which, by the way, is making this drive slightly more dangerous than it should be. And that's just how far I'm willing to go to teach you guys this and to help you. So I'm low-key kind of risking my life right now for you. And as a token of appreciation, consider subscribing to the channel.
So friends, I made it back to the safety of my YouTube office here. So good news is I'm alive and I can continue with this lesson. So you might be asking, Max, what does all of that you've shown me have to do with my ability to improve my pronunciation and my accent? And I'll tell you how that's related, my friend. Stop looking, start observing. So first, you were just seeing the broad, obvious action of driving that I was doing. But after I encouraged you to look beyond that broad action and the broad sense of what I was doing, you were able to recognize and observe all the individual pieces that went into the action of driving. If you want to improve your pronunciation, your accent, and your fluency, stop just hearing English and start noticing. So notice how vowels are produced, how consonants are articulated, and how people make sounds and flow with them, and they link certain words and they reduce certain sounds and they drop other sounds. Again, stop just hearing and start noticing. Let's take what in my opinion is the best utterance of the English language for analyzing the music and the sound of English. What have you been up to? Now, there is a world of difference between that, what have you been up to, and the more casual and common way of saying it, which is, what have you been up to? What have you been up to?
So what have you been up to? What have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
When you hear that, I want you to start noticing what the subtle details of that real life, real world sound of that utterance is. It's not what have you been up to, is what have you been up to? What have you been up to? So be more analytical, break down the patterns so that you can understand them and then you can replicate them. Observe or notice, then replicate. Obviously, you don't need to be in this analytical mode all the time. That will be impractical, unrealistic, and honestly, extremely exhausting and boring. But every now and then, you can take 1 or 2 minutes to do this. The beauty of this is that with any given sentence or utterance that you decide to analyze, you'll be covering anywhere from 3% to 8% of the totality of English sounds. So it's really easy to cover 100% of the sounds of the English language in a very short time. Then it's all about getting those reps in, repeating. Repetition is key. So observe or notice, then replicate, and then repeat, and repeat. Notice, okay, so this what have you been up to is a bit different from the isolated what have you been up to. Now I'll try to replicate it the best I can. What have you been up to? Been up to. Okay, I'm replicating it. Now that I more or less have it, I'm going to repeat it again and again and again. All right, my friends, and that's a wrap. You may unfasten your seatbelt now. We've arrived at the destination. I hope that you enjoyed the ride, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in this video right here, where I'm going to share another secret with you. If you want to speak English better, the secret is in speaking English less and writing English more. I'll see you there.